A while back, I did a review on something that was a little outside of the box for the types of things that I review and talk about, and that review was on an e-bike. And although I don't plan on reviewing e-bikes on a regular, that review did open the door for me to review another e-bike, one that's a little less expensive with a different look and feel. But just like the last one, this one too is off-road. It's an all-terrain e-bike that can take you anywhere. I can't wait to show it to you. We're going to be looking at the Engwe E26. Stick around. I typically don't review bikes on a regular. I'm reviewing these because they do pertain to the outdoors, outdoor trails. They can be used in hunting and all sorts of outdoor adventures. That being said, my review might be a little bit different. You know, my review is going to be coming from the perspective of someone who's very new to e-bikes, but also very fascinated with them. The one that I have has greatly impacted the quality of my life. It's opened up the doors to so many little adventures that I didn't even know I was missing out on, and I can't wait to look at another version of this. That is sharp as a razor, my friends. Of course, they have different colors, but if you follow my channel, you know that I'm always going to go with black on everything. Before I get into specifications and demonstration and all of that stuff, I do want to talk about unboxing and assembly, because there is an art to it. Let's go back in time to where I had to pull this out of the package. When you first get this out of the box, you're going to have a ton of stuff to cut off of this bike. It's wrapped up and secured really tight. Just take your time, get a sharp knife, put it in, pop it this way so you're not cutting on your bike. Just take your time and go around and just pop all of these things. You're going to have pretty much everything wrapped up, and you're going to need to cut it off. Just get your knife, cut it, pull it this way, away from the bike and away from you. A dull knife is always a dangerous knife, especially in this situation. One thing I like to do is keep this box nearby just to keep the trash in it as you cut it off. It just keeps everything organized. You don't have a bunch of stuff laying around in the floor. Just set the box up, just toss everything in it as you go. That way you don't have a bunch of crap laying around when you're trying to build this bike. Once all your trash is in one place and out of your way, you got a nice clean working area to get started with. You got all your parts separated with all of your instructions and accessories in here. I would just dig everything out, make sure you got everything before you get started. Now, with regards to assembly, I did not film myself assembling this bike because it was a train wreck. I'm not good at assembling things. Now, I don't find the assembly of this to be difficult for your average bear. Assembly is just not my strength. What I will tell you is that there is a video that I'm going to provide down in the description section about the assembly of the Engwe E26 that helped me get through the process. I didn't really find the instruction manual to be helpful. I needed a better visual, and this video from Engwe gave me the visual that I needed to get through it. So if that video can help me assemble the bike, I know it will help you, and you will find that link in the description. Now, I will talk about some tedious aspects of the assembly that will help you when you take this out. You will need to loosen these and get this turned in this direction, because it will be in the opposite direction when you take it out of the package. This is the positioning that your handlebars should be in. You should be able to come around the front and see this cross right here in the middle. You may have to do some twisting and turning in the beginning, but this is what your handlebars should look like as far as positioning is concerned. I also had this whole portion here backwards. This piece needs to be out front. It's not that difficult. It was just difficult for me because I just struggle with assembly. This is made from 6061 aluminum alloy. It's got some fat tires on it, 26 by 4 on this thing. It's ready for the trail. It's got a 1,000-watt peak high-speed brushless motor. It's got a 48-volt battery, and it can get up to 87 miles fully charged. You just take the key and pop it out right there. I know, you want to know how fast it goes. It goes 0 to 28 miles per hour. But you know, all that depends as well. I've gotten these things up into 31, 32 mile an hour speeds on mild hills where I've got it geared out and I've got the full throttle going and I'm pedaling full blast, but 28's the average. It takes about 6 hours to charge it fully. It has hydraulic front and rear brakes and a Shimano gear shift, 7-speed. It's very stout. The gross weight's around 93 pounds. To review or purchase the Engwe E26, I have provided you a link in the description as well as a discount code. In pricing other e-bikes, I think one thing that sets this one apart is its more affordable price. I will say this just to be fair, this bike is way up off the ground, you know, with the size of the tires and the frame. Even when you have the seat in the lowest setting, it's way up off the ground. So if you're not at least 5'7" or so, you may have a hard time putting your feet on the ground, even in the lowest setting. But unlike a regular bike, you can climb up on this thing real quick and hit the throttle and take off, but just be aware of that. Now let's talk about the accelerator switch. It's right here. It took me a while to find it. The last one that I reviewed had like a little switch on the side that you push right here. This one gets accelerated that way. You turn it on and off right here. Just press the button on the bottom and you'll see it come on. When you're ready to ride, just hit the plus button and you'll see it jump to pass 1. I always like to show the power these things have. We're just gonna go up a hill. I'm not pedaling or doing anything. Get this more on a straightaway here. Everybody's got different ways they like to ride an e-bike. Some people just want complete leisure. Some people just want the bike to carry them. They don't want to have to put the work in. What I typically do, I ride around the neighborhood really fast. I just put it on number 7 as far as the gears are concerned and use the accelerator switch and just blast on the whole time. But let's get this baby off-road now. This is a popular trail in my area and a very good sized hill. I'm not even gonna pedal. Watch the power. It's just gonna carry me right up this steep hill. Pedaling's just gonna make it all the more easy, but right now I just wanna show you the power of the bike itself. You put pedaling on top of this and you're rolling. Anywhere there's a trail, you can ride this, no matter what the terrain is. There's some pretty rough terrain back here. Not so much right here, but you can take this thing anywhere and just chill and relax. I'm already going to have to give her a nice cleanup job. Hate to ruin that beautiful new look, but this thing can take you wherever you want to go. This may seem a little Captain Obvious, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Keep them locked up. This is the kind of stuff people want to steal when they're looking for something to steal. Leaving a regular bike out is one thing. Leaving an e-bike out is another. I've made jokes about if they don't lower these gas prices, we're going to be using these things for transportation. So I got a feeling they're going to get even more popular, especially in city areas and things like that. I do once again want to point out that I like the accelerator switch being here. It feels a little more natural. I don't know if this is fully charged. I know that all the bars are full. I know the last one that I reviewed was not fully charged. It was charged enough to get out and ride a little bit. Nevertheless, I do like the way you can see where the battery's at, such as this. I've been riding for quite a bit this morning and I'm down to 3 bars, so I just wanted to show you the battery indicator. I haven't even taken the keys off of here, but there's the keys to your battery. I always like to end with a sentimental speech, especially if I'm reviewing something that I really think is great, that I really enjoy. I have not had this very long, but it's already been an awesome experience. It's comfortable, it's natural, it's got power, it's got a great look to it, and this e-bike has a really great price. Again, a lot of e-bikes out there are more expensive, and I don't necessarily know what drives the cost up or down on an e-bike. I just know this one's priced better than any one I've seen so far. I am by no means an expert on the e-bikes. I just know how much they have improved the quality of my life. You don't have to go all out acceleration mode all the time if you still want to incorporate physical fitness into your riding. But this thing allows for complete and total leisure. You know, I rode a bike a lot when I was a kid. I grew up way out in the country, building ramps, riding BMX bikes all over the hills, and you got your workout in for the day, you know. And as we get older, we get back in the cars and we start riding and chilling. These e-bikes give us the best of both worlds. We can get out and get some physical fitness, but we can also get out and have some relaxation and adventure. And I just think these are awesome. I think everybody needs one, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What do you think about e-bikes? What are your thoughts on this one? Do you have an e-bike, and is there one in particular that's your favorite? I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching. Take care.